according to Islam. But this is a psychic phenomenon which can be shared by anyone, whether he is a believer in God or is not a believer in God. So all subcategories of ESP have their validity to a degree. Not always to the degree that some people exaggerate things and claim to have moved the entire neighborhood with their shocking experiences. I think there is a lot of exaggeration which goes about these things. But I also believe that every human being at some stage of his life has that experience and should have that experience, because I believe that this is a sign from God of the truth of prophets. If humans were not provided with that mechanism, which when activated could receive messages without any scientific media being involved, then there could not be any revelation from God. Because if God spoke to his servants in the same manner as we hear sounds, through the vibration of waves of air or any media, then everybody around should also listen to that, should hear that. But we have these experiences in a manner that you hear, any person hears it loudly as if spoken from somewhere. And everybody around, sitting around, does not share that experience. So that means it has to be something which does not imply scientific media of conveyance of one reality to another part. Like light conveys one reality to another part, like sound conveys one reality from one place to another. So we believe, and I personally believe, that this is possible. Not only possible, it is essential for this thing to have happened, because otherwise God will not communicate with humans. So when we reach this point, then we begin to develop it further and analyze it further to see what role it may play with humans, or in human life, I should say. First of all, let's realize the case of mental patients, psychologically disturbed patients, those who hallucinate under the influence of drugs. They have a very similar experience to what is described by ESP or by spiritual experiences of religious people. Some people are so convinced that they hear sounds that they would murder others because they hear a dictate of something by somebody, that you must murder that person and only then you can be relieved of your pressures. And they do it. So what is the difference between this and the spiritual influence, the spiritual experience which I am speaking of? I personally believe that every human being is equipped with this mechanism, which can be activated by psychic forces, by external impressions, and also by God. But there is a very clear line of demarcation between all these experiences. When humans experience these things through their own motivations, the messages are always disturbed and scattered. And when they speak of these experiences, those normal people who judge them from around know that the message has no direction, it has no clear-cut divine message, and they cannot predict anything anyway. And their life is disorderly. Their life is not that of a normal human person. So most often, even if those who are involved, they cannot judge their own state of ill health, the people around can. And when they return to normal, when they look back to these experiences, they agree, yes, they were not the normal spiritual experiences. And again, in those cases where people are not abnormal, but through dreams and through other visions they have similar experiences, such people can be categorized as perceptually activated. These are the people who are fit subjects for the study of extra-sensual perceptions. And in my knowledge, there are many people who are not spiritual, but whose inner system is activated not by disease, but by their being extra sensitive to these things. Such people do no harm. They live with these experiences and you can observe them and share them partially. But again, they cannot predict the course of events in a manner that can be changed by prayers and by other means. For that, I have the example of Vonga from Bulgaria, who is a famous lady who claims to have this ESP powers, and the government also has been watching, the scientists have been watching her, and they all testify to the truth of her experiences. I have studied her cases in detail, and I found this behavior of her experiences which is unchangeable. For instance, when she sees somebody to have met with an accident, that accident has not taken place. It would take place sometime in future. That accident does take place, and nothing can avoid it. So it's not a spiritual experience. In spiritual experiences, when you are forewarned, you can always avert that crisis by praying to God or by mending your ways. So Vonga herself does not claim any spirituality about herself. This, she says, has been given to her ever since her having met with the tragedy of her husband's early death during her youth, and when she also went blind. During that period, somehow, her inner mechanism was activated and she has become world famous in this area. But when you speak of spiritual experiences, they can be clearly set apart from all these human experiences I'm talking about. Mental disorders and overactivation of the mechanism within you, within us, I mean. For the third type of experience, which is really spiritual, one thing must be noted, that such people who experiences these ESP-like events, they are true. They are true in their normal life. A man who is true in his everyday life, who doesn't tell lies about anything, his inner consciousness, I should say inner consciousness, I mean, you may call it subconsciousness or whatever you may, but there is a part of him which remains conscious, even his being aware of that. So that I refer to as inner consciousness. If his outer behavior is true, not affectedly so, but genuinely so, then his inner consciousness must also be true. It cannot invent things by itself, which are lies. Because such a person in his daily life is habitually teller of truth. Such people are likely to have spiritual experiences, far more than others. And prophets are made of this category. Otherwise, people will not believe in them. So this is a uniform, or shall I say a universal truth, that all the prophets, whenever they are chosen by God, wherever they are chosen by God, have this essential quality of truth about them. That is why the Holy Quran, speaking of this, addresses the adversaries of Hazrat Muhammad Rasulullah Sallam and challenges them,